aim to keep that in our listening, in our responses. Because I think it is in normal day life, which is what I'm always comparing to or looking at, or how I viewed the world before. I call it before my transition, my transformation 3 years ago. Life and others, people, we weren't equal. There was people I would look up to, look up at, and there's people I would look down at. And I was always looking at, like, where did I fit, right? And I think so much comes into it, like what do we know? What do we don't know? What are we producing? What don't we produce? What's our value? What isn't our value, right? All of those things, all those labels, like you said. And I think as we worked here, what I worked to do, bring awareness on, is how we can be equal. Because we can hear it in our voice when we're not.
We're doing it because we are all sort of becoming one, just in different bodies, because we talk about stuff and work through it so the other one can raise their own frequency.
Yeah.
Morning, Sindrell.
Good morning.
Good morning, Sindrell. Welcome.
Welcome to you too.
Thank you.
Our word for the day is beauty.
Wow. Great word.
So I let your voice, your word, your vibration just replay in my head.
And what did you see as it played in your head?
I felt it. You know, I felt the beauty, and it's like beauty. So I felt it. How do I feel about the word beauty? What can I associate in my life to beauty, to beautiful, to amazing, to wonderful? And I just notice what situations, what thinking, what things pop up, come into existence. And then I honor them. And sometimes I have an internal tug of war.
Mm.
Which, as I was compelled and didn't act on it. I was compelled to ask, in what frame is beautiful today? Why I didn't ask, because I thought, it's a limiting question.
Mm. I take that limiting question and I raise you. So beauty in a frame, beauty in a frame, beauty in many frames that adorn the gallery. In the museum, do I walk, and with no words do I have to talk, but stand before the frame that draws me in, an unknown artist with their vibration. I do ascend. It's in a frame, but it does not limit me. It just captures me to dance in what I see. And what I see is not limited to the artist for what they've painted or what they've drawn or the colors that they've used. I'm used with what's in the frame. And oh, what an adventure that it is to feel the feelings that I do. And guess what? I hop into another frame and the experience becomes all anew. Oh, I enjoy the communication, the revelation, and the dance. And even go to the next one. And in that one, I just want to prance to the beat and the drummers of time and go into the future. And it's all mine and it's all yours and it's so divine. The frame just gives me reference, but it does not contain me because, ooh, I just love the beauty of mingling with all the artists and all the artists in me. Hey, did you see that? Yes, and from frame to frame. It's just delicious.
Mm. You are beautiful.
Mm,
You are
thank you.
divine. Mm. Thank you.
And to that I say yes, and we are beautiful. Thank you for your beautiful self. Mm.
Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning, Nikki. Welcome to beautiful Via Sindro.
Good morning, Nikki.
Morning. Morning, Sandra.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning. How was your birthday yesterday? That was a surprise. You
Beautiful.
never told us. I was like, oh my goodness, it's Jesse's birthday. And he didn't even say anything. That was cool. I baked yesterday for you. Yeah. Yep.
Thank you.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday to you.
Mm.
Happy birthday to
Mm.
you. Because of your beauty, the world is better and true.
Mm.
Happy birthday to you. Happy
Mm.
birthday to you.
Yeah.
You were divinely inspired and given to Nikki and Heinz and me and everyone else you touch, and that's true.
She's singing as she's making it up. I love it. Isn't that just perfect? It doesn't get better than that. I love that. It's
That's
very
it
cool.
too.
Very original, Sandra. Very original. I like that. Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool.
It's
That's
very
pretty.
cool of you to join us today and share your love and your spirit and your laughter and your vibration and your talk. Thank you.
Thank you.
Precious. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what did you bake last night?
Chocolate chip cookies and
My
peanut butter.
favorite.
Yeah, and peanut butter ones too. I love peanut butter. It's my favorite. So, and especially when it comes out of the oven, it's like, oh, it's like baked bread. I also bake bread, so I love bread. But this chocolate chip cookie was, yeah, it was made with lots of love. So
You
it
just
came out sweeter
inspired.
than sweet. It came out sweet, but not too, just right, just right. Yeah, it's delicious.
You just brought up a beautiful memory.
Mm.
One is that I love peanut butter cookies,
Wow, interesting.
but I haven't had them in such a very long time
Mm.
because my children are allergic to peanut butter. But I can make them now. They're not in
Yeah,
the
no
house.
excuse now. No excuse, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah.
excuse. Yeah, peanut butter. Mm.
I can go forward with some peanut butter cookies. And then I had a memory of going to church, and we just had a wholesome little church, maybe 25, 30 members, including babies all the way to senior citizens, including the ministers and the choir members, all of that activity in just a small number of people and sometimes less. And one of the members would bring peanut butter cookies, like a big bin, and have in that bin, there would be like 2 cookies in a bag, in a Ziploc bag. And she would just leave them out and people could have them and enjoy them. And they would leave donations, for whatever amount, 10 cent, 50 cent, $3, whatever, that they had to contribute. And that was part of the building fund. She would take all that she earned and turn it over to the building fund to help pay for the, whatever, the electricity or the gas or whatever. So while we were yummying up those cookies, but my kids couldn't have any, I had to bring their snacks to them. But while we was yummying up those cookies, we was creating electricity. We was creating warmth. We was creating lights. We was creating running water. Oh man. And we were doing that because we was eating cookies made with a whole lot of love spread around like peanut butter. And even if you couldn't eat the cookies, all the smiles that those cookies created gave love to those who couldn't partake of it. Mm. It was for a good time.
Mm.
That was a beautiful memory.
Mm.
Yeah. One I would have forgotten, I may not have remembered, but you said it, Nikki. Peanut butter cookies.
Yeah.
Mhm. Peanut butter cookies. Mm. It's one of the original breakfast bars.
So to follow your word of beautiful, Sandra.
I didn't hear you. Just say it again.
To follow your word of beautiful today.
Mm. And where does it take you along the way?
To divine
Mm.
divinity.
Mm.
Mm. Mm.
And how did you come up with beautiful for your word of the day?
It was just in me, and I went with it,
Mm. Mm.
you know.
Where did you feel? Yeah, it's beautiful.
I
Where
just
in your body? Yeah, where in your body did you feel beautiful? Where did it come from?
it was more in my head. It was
Mm.
up in my head,
In
behind
your
my
head.
eyes.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for the question. Yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
I could relate to seeing.
Mm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Seeing. Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So as soon as I saw that I had time to get on. So as soon as I went to push
Mm.
um the link to get in, I had singing in me. And
You
I
have what?
remembered how singing, I just felt like,
Oh,
I just
singing.
felt
That's,
singing.
that's good.
And as I was going in, the song came up. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh,
Mm.
what a beautiful day. Everything's coming up roses. Everything's going my way. I was like,
Mm. Mm.
okay, that's beautiful. That's, that's a
Mm.
perspective of someone who created that song, and it's been sung on stages and radios and in movies. And Jesse talked about it being like limited when he said the framework of beauty, and how really nothing has to be limited. Like, the frame is not confining, just giving some structure and defining and defining, but not confining. It can be, if that's how you want to look at things. And sometimes we have to choose to look at things in a definition of a frame in order to go deeper with it. But you can go from frame to frame and choose the structure, and in it, enjoy the beauty of it too. Like in this measure of a day, it's like unlimited. You can go deep, you can go wide and deep and 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 wide. Or you can just sit in a second. Mm. I can sit in a second and appreciate so much, experience a lot. And I just get so filled up. Just let it just bubble up, bubble up, bubble up, appreciation and gratitude, and that I get to witness and experience and play in this realm of life that's not even limited to a realm. And I get so excited that all I can do is just praise God. There's no measure that this realm can contain where my praise doesn't expand beyond. I'm just so filled up. Beauty is everywhere, and I don't have to go anywhere. But I do, because it's the busy bees that, did you see that? Did you see that? Do you feel that? What is that? Beauty, 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 even for ashes. Wow. Beauty, even for ashes, beautiful ashes. Beauty.
Beautiful. What is? As it is.
Mm.
And then how we want it, how we choose it. Honoring the something from the nothing and the everything. Which is who each of us are. Someone from those ashes. The same and uniquely genius. Completely whole. Equal in our divinity, in our beauty, in our genius, our gifts and greatness. I honor those I share that with this moment.
Mm.
The word I'm feeling today is shine.
Shiny.
Just shine or glow. I can't really decide which one because the sun shine, but it gives you a certain glow in the skin.
It's okay.
Mm.
You can use two words.
Mm.
Because it's a feeling, and I can't decide which one is more a feeling, if it's shine or glow.
Mm. From that, I get radiate.
Ooh, nice word.
Mm.
Then
Is the feeling, where's the feeling coming from? Is it coming from outside in or inside out?
from the inside out,
Mm.
it's probably radiating, like you said. But English is not my prime language, so I couldn't figure out which word to use.
Mm.
But you're probably right. It would probably be more fitting with radiate.
Mm.
That's what I'm feeling.
Mm. Mm.
Hans, the word in Danish, what is it? What is it for
I
shiny
think
and love?
shine, glow, or radiate.
Radiate. So what is it in Danish? In your
I think I'm
language?
going to go with radiate. I think Sandrell had it right
Radiate.
there. Yeah.
So what does it mean in what's Danish in Danish? How can you pronounce it
Hmm.
in your language, in your tongue
Yeah.
language?
I'm gonna think it's just. I don't think we have a word that way about radiate in a way.
Oh,
It's
cool.
just
Even that.
it's just a feeling. I think.
No, no. I mean, can you say it in your language, in your tongue language, your native
Oh,
language,
I
Danish?
think we only
Yeah.
have one word for all of it. It's stråler.
Okay. What is it?
Stråler. We got an A with a circle above. It's called U. So we got 3 more letters in our alphabet,
Yeah.
and I think it describes everything because the shiner skinner,
Wow.
men stråler, det normalt the sun stråler. And radiation is stråler also. It depends on how it's spelled.
Mm. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Very important question.
Yeah, it's just like when it comes to emotions and feelings, I know they're separate, but in Denmark we only have one word for it.
Mm.
Beautiful. I wish I had one word. When I say wish, meaning I wish I had one word for something to say.
Yes.
That really rings a bell. That rings a bell.
Mm.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like in my second language is Afrikaans. Afrikaans is a very not really spoken in many countries. You know, I'd say a bit of a Dutch, young Dutch. And when we speak, Mm. You can't really translate it to English. It's a weird thing. I can't explain it. It doesn't sound right. It just doesn't sound right.
Mm.
But when we say it in Afrikaans to each other and we both, oh man,
Mhm.
it's crazy. It's just crazy fun. And Henry, we have this, where he just knows how to throw it out in a slang. You know what I mean? Like slang,
Mhm.
like joke ways. Where there's a
Mhm.
joking all the time through the whole time he talks in Afrikaans with me. And it's just the best. Like we just have so much fun with it.
Mhm.
And then he'll just say, "Yeah, Macy," and that means, "Hey, girl." I know, but you have to hear his voice because he's got a catchy voice. The catchy voice. You know what I mean by catchy voice?
Yeah.
It's like not contagious. It's just like you just gotta go with it with him. You just gotta go with the flow with him. You just go, yeah, planet, and then we start speaking. Yeah, nee, man, dat gaat nog goed met me.
Yeah.
And then we just have the giggle. So we just giggle. But we really giggle. Like I gotta say, don't stop. Nog
Mhm.
een piep. I sang in birthday. I love how you sang, Sandra. Happy birthday to Jessie. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. But in I way of and I yeah, in South Africa, everyone knows nog een piep. Nog een piep, yeah, is another peep. Another peep. You peep hooray.
Mm.
So it means nog een piep. When you say that comes to the end of saying, okay, now we're gonna stop saying nog een piep.
Mhm.
Hippie
Mhm.
hooray, hippie hooray. So
Mhm.
when you say that, you know that's going to be like, okay, the people ain't no for peep because it's just that last another peep. And then you sort of like scream it out, not for peep, peep is the way.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, yeah, it's very cool.
Mhm.
It's very cool to be able to sing someone.
Yeah. Sounds like when he speaks, it's a language of fun. Like they
Yeah,
say, French
yeah,
is the language of love. It sounds like
yeah,
that. It's
yeah,
a language of fun.
yeah. Thank
Not to
you. Yeah,
take anything so serious because you don't have to get
yeah,
so serious. You can
yeah.
just
It's so
express
true.
and fun.
Yeah, yeah.
And no one's insulted. You're just
No,
sharing.
yeah.
Yeah. Like you couldn't even be insulted because it just sounds and feels
Yeah,
so
no,
good.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not, in some languages, it may be an offense, but in your language, it's more like an invitation to explore your curiosity. It's fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're right.
Mhm. And giggle like a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have that on our sessions. We've had some good laughs.
Oh yeah.
And we had some good cries too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's okay. And we can also like be pissed off or angry. It's also okay.
Mm-hmm. Let it
You know what
bubble
I
up.
mean?
What's bubbling up?
Be-
What's bubbling up?
yeah, yeah.
Mhm. What you don't
I,
want, it
I,
dissolves, and what you do want, you create more
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
But nothing's ignored.
No.
Nothing has to be ignored.
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
very grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the end of the day, how would you know if others don't see, you don't give others the chance to help you? Honestly, that's what it is, right? It's helping, because
Mm-hmm.
even when you helping, you're still helping no matter what.
And you're helping yourself
And you're helping yourself.
with
Yeah,
with helping others.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives
Because
me great encouragement for that.
Mhm.
It gives me great encouragement.
Yeah.
Good morning, Greg.
Good morning,
Morning.
Greg.
Good morning, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
Good morning, all.
There
Yes.
he is. Oh, what a beautiful
Yeah.
morning. Oh, what a beautiful day. Everything's coming up roses. And we're
Yeah.
so glad you came this way.
Oh
Good
my.
morning.
Aren't we? Yes, we are. Thank you.
Good
Where you
morning,
walk-
Craig.
Thank you, little Cindy, for that welcome.
Oh, you see, isn't that Cindy? I love
That's
that.
sweet.
I like that. I was like Cindy. I was like Cindy. I'm gonna call you Cindy from now on.
Wee
That's
Craig is
Mhm.
loving it.
yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. Look what's coming.
We Craig is
Look
coming
what's coming. What was
into
that?
my playground. Craig has come into my
Yeah.
backyard, and
Yeah.
Craig.
I
Playground
have on
innocence.
my red pendulum coat, and he wants to play, and I can't because we're getting ready to go out for the day, and I got on my
Oh.
good going out pendulum red coat, and he
Oh,
brings
wow,
me
that's beautiful.
a daisy.
Oh no, yes. Oh,
Thank
lovely.
you, Craig. Mommy's calling. I gotta go now.
Okay.
Yeah. I keep
Yeah,
I keep
okay,
seeing little
yeah.
Cindy in that red coat. I love it.
Yes. Oh, I love this. Yes. I love red. Red coat. It's beautiful. I love.
Yeah.
I really like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and we have a crush on each other, and we don't even know what a crush is, but it is.
Yeah.
Man,
Hey,
it's
yep.
Absolutely. Well, I know what a crush is. That's one thing. I know what a crush is. Thank God.
Mhm.
I like.
Yeah. At 4 years old, what do you know?
Sometimes
You
I
just
like too much.
experience. Mhm.
Gets me into trouble.
Yeah. It gets
It
Craig
sure
into
gets me
trouble.
into trouble. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It
Yeah,
gets
this
me
one-
into trouble.
This one is pure craziness from the heart.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
my God,
It's
I
about
feel
as
that.
pure as it gets.
Oh my
Mhm.
God, can you feel that? Yes.
Mm.
What a
Grace
feeling,
is
right?
much
What
more
a
fun than
feeling.
you remember.
Yeah. Heinz,
Yeah,
it's
what a-
radiating. It's radiating. I'm
It's
radiating.
radiating.
I'm
Yes.
radiating.
I feel
Yes,
you. I
you are.
feel you.
Yes, you are radiating. Yeah.
Mm.
I still don't see Craig coming with daisies. I see him coming with a little frog.
With a who? With a what?
We are men. We come with small animals, not flowers.
Ah, you come with small animals.
Yeah, a little frog.
Why is that? Why is that? Hon?
They're
Why do
interesting.
you, what you said? You find it interesting.
Yeah, every kid finds animals interesting.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I love animals.
Mm.
I'm taking my little Rosie today to the doctor. I have to. I've been nursing her and helping her for about a week now. She's having seizures. So I'm just doctoring her and doing some research about her, getting the right foods for her, and but it's really quite an episode when it happens. But yeah. But today I take Bouncy. I have two. The Bouncy is a Maltese and Rose is a Shih Tzu. But I take them both today for a general checkup. Yeah. So I'm very grateful I get to do that today. And yeah, if there are things that they need, Yeah.
So I didn't capture all of that you just said. Who are you taking care of?
Rosie, my Shih Tzu, here she is now, she's coming to me. My
Oh,
little girl, Rosie. Rosie's my Shih Tzu.
okay.
She's a black and white Shih Tzu. And
Oh.
then I have Bouncy, that is a Maltese, and she's white. She's white. But my little girl now has just come to me, and I'm holding her, and I'm putting a little head on my chest. And I've told her how much I love her, and that she's a strong, and she's healthy. She's going through a seizure now as we're speaking. So I'm just going to close our eyes. This is how I catch it. You see, I'm so grateful because she knows I'm her mommy. She knows that because she's my dog. She really is my dog. I mean, you know, my Bouncy goes to Charles and sleeps with Charles, but she sleeps with me, you know, and she's my girl. She's totally my girl. She goes everywhere with me. And so now, isn't it wonderful that Bouncy sometimes when I'm around and I'm not there at that moment where she's having, Bouncy would come and call me and say, listen, you got to come. Rosie's having an episode. And then I come and I catch it. I do catch it. But sometimes I don't. And then I have to just hold her head and wait it out. I've just got to wait it out. Now this morning, I filled it up. You know, I just spoke to her this morning. Yeah. To prepare her for the doctor. You see, you little snot there. Anyway, and so she came, she ate really well. I cooked her lovely chicken and beautiful other foods like carrots and you know, just a little broccoli inside there and little, you know. Anyway, so why I say that she came now, and isn't it beautiful? She came because she knew that she, you know, she's not very well, and so she comes to me, and I saw it immediately. Like I'm speaking to you now, I'm holding her, and so now she comes to me and she says, "Listen, I need your help, huh?" And then I pick her up. Yes, it's okay. Yeah, you see, I know immediately when she's having a seizure. It's like a seizure. You see it immediately in her body, you know, in her face. Yeah, but I catch it. It's a very good way to hold their eyes, you know, the eyeballs, and keep it closed, and just hold it there till it goes, and it goes. And then I just send healing in her body, you know. And now she's fine. Now she's good, huh? You good? Yeah, I'm talking about you. She's looking at me saying, what are you talking about? You talk about me, telling her my business. What are you doing? Yeah, it's hey, Ali, morning. Yeah, afternoon.
Morning,
Yeah.
Allie. Hey, Allie.
Hey.
What
Good
you doing
morning.
here, girl?
Good
What
evening.
you doing here?
She's a
God,
soul
I've missed
sister.
this.
This is a soul
missed-
sister, my dear. Yeah. Welcome to the
Life is
circle.
good. Oh man, I am so happy to be here.
That's wonderful, huh?
Thank
Yeah, we
you.
missed you.
Oh,
Missed you
man.
lots.
You touched my soul.
But you're never that far. You're
We're never
always in my
far
heart.
away.
Yeah,
We're
you're
never
always
far
in
away.
my heart. Isn't that beautiful? No,
Never
honestly,
far
you're always
away,
in my
my
heart.
friend.
Yeah,
Yep.
always. It's beautiful.
Thank
And
you.
I love the picture on Facebook of you and your husband. Wow. Look at you go.
Do you know I'm missing him? I'm missing him.
You're
He's
missing
away.
him.
He's
That's
away.
why.
He went away.
Okay.
He went away. He's been away for
Oh,
a week now.
Oh,
And it came up on my
no.
Facebook memories. That's a friend's wedding. I thought that's such a
Oh,
cracking
my.
picture. I need to put that on Facebook so it
That
comes up
was
as
a
a
hot
memory.
picture, girlfriend. That was a hot. It was hearty. It was a hearty
Yeah,
one. I loved it.
that was a messy night.
I gave you love for that one. I said gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank
Because
you.
I mean it.
Big love.
I mean it. What
Big
I
love.
say. Gorgeous. With 2 hearts, I gave you 2 hearts there. Did you
Oh, no,
Oh,
but
yeah.
thank you. I feel it.
see? It could
I
be
feel
1, but 2 is enough.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. 2 hearts are better than 1. That's what I say.
Always.
Always,
baby.
right? Yeah, baby. I'm loving you, baby. I'm loving you too. Yeah, it's cool. I'm
So
kissing my
good
girl,
morning.
my Rosie, but I'm also kissing you. She's
Oh.
my little Rosie is sitting on my lap. She needs me. Yep. Mm. Yes. Everyone's sending lots of love to you, Rosie.
Mhm.
We've got some good energy healing here. Let me tell you, they're stretching out their hands, their hearts, sending you so much love and healing. Yes. Yes.
Allie,
Hello.
hello. I have a question from the universe. Are you ready for
You
the
go.
question?
I'm ready.
If, and if, when I say if, I mean that it is. There were one thing, though in reality you're not limited, but if there were one thing you needed, and when I say needed, it could be something that you forgot that you wanted from a long, long, long time ago, like a old Santa Claus, Santa Claus list. Is there something
I'm
on that
loving this
list
already. Mhm.
that you need, want, or desire? What does Allie want / need / desire? And I'm asking Allie, you've got such a portal of being that how you answer, what you answer, it encourages everyone else to go there too. And when you answer, and as you answer, you shall receive. What does Allie want, desire, need?
True connection with self. That knowingness of true connection of self. And recognizing that feeling when it's there. It's that feeling when you know you're connected to source. I love it.
Tell us more about what that
Sandra.
feels like.
What does it
Please.
feel like?
Yeah.
I
Really
actually
connected.
feel like your whole body's feeling the energy. Every cell in your body is vibrating, like vibrating. That's when you know. I'm sure that's how you know.
Mhm.
Who's with me with that? Who's with me with that? When you
Mhm.
know, when you feel that energy through your body,
Morning.
and you feel this impulse
Yeah, I'm
to
in.
do something, or an impulse to call someone, or and it pays off. Like, where did that come from? Who's with me on this?
I'm
Oh yeah, I'm in.
They radiate.
I'm immersing in it. It's like feeling what you feel without apology. You know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna hug you. Mm. I love you, and you can't stop it, even if you wanted to. Mm. You got it, Allie. You got what you want.
Yeah.
You opened up to have it, to recognize it, that you have it.
I asked for guidance for that today, and then you've said this tonight. It's funny how all the cooperative components of the universe come together.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I was sitting here feeling it like,
What?
ask
What?
Allie this question. Ask Allie this question. I was like, I don't need to ask a question. Did I say for you to ask it? Ask it.
What?
It's the universe is vibrating back to you with the answer. Boom, back to boomerang. You put it out, it's coming back.
Yes. The law of reflection. That's the
Yeah.
first thing when I seen that in the messages last night. The boomerang. I thought about that a few times today, and I was like, "There's the law of reflection right there." Like, what does that mean to you? What does that mean to me? What's the reflection there?
Mm,
The boomerang.
yeah. So I love relating like all of this that I experience here, and make sure that I'm giving myself opportunity to really grow from it, to be from it in my everyday transactions of life, as I engage with people, as I, talk and do business, and, just engage with life. And I had a issue that came up that was like I had to answer to, but it felt so constricting and confining that I had to answer to this document. And I was like, something's not right about this thing. I can't just sign it, And so my theme that was given to me, I think the beginning of this week, was independent thinking. It's like not just going along for the go along because that's the way you're to go. And if you got U-turns anywhere, it's okay, or pivot anywhere, it's okay. Do you grow where your vines grow? Don't constrict them. And I was, like, I wasn't like angry, but I knew something wasn't right about it for me.
Yeah.
And then I did get an opinion, and the opinion came back very defensive, like on my behalf, like defensive. And I was like, okay, I know that's your expression of love, the way, but I got back to the independent thinking and expression of saying that's not my perception. I appreciate your defense, but the part that you're coming from in anger is not the part that's disturbing for me. So thank you, but no thank you. I'll put your opinion in reserve if I need it. But I do need it because that makes me stand in my independence. So I meditated on it, not even hard. I put some feminine energy on it. And then I say, because I wanted to, I didn't want the person who wrote the document to be in defense necessarily. Because I know they came with heart. It was just how they put it on paper, the way they expressed it. And I was like, I'm going to center myself in love and just ask them, what is their ultimate intention of this writing? Because I feel like I'm missing something with the intention. And I'm so glad I met it with love and not angst or anger or defensiveness, because it just came back with so much love. So I intentionally put out love, and it came back to me in such a beautiful overflow.
That's awesome that you got to observe that and be aware of it as it was happening.
Yeah, I think I'm getting better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like while you're creating it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a blessing to see it as it's unfolding.
Yeah. Because whether intentional or not, I'm creating, I'm putting out, and I'm creating, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I've been creating all the time, but I didn't know that I was creating. I was doing, but I didn't know that I was actually creating the wholeness of my existence and how the world receives and gives and shares.
Yeah, and you're aware of your inner authority orchestrating all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So Sandra, when did you become aware that you were creating absolutely everything that's coming to you in your life?
I think that came through some of my understanding with Wayne Dyer, maybe about 10 years ago, but I only got it as a nugget of a footnote.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the influence of my own energy.
Oh yeah.
to work it. You know, I didn't know, I just thought what is. I didn't know that I have agency and authority of creating it from within for it to make a difference without. And I'm just at the beginning of it, because and like a couple of years ago, it, you know, you hear things and, you know, then they'll come back to you, right? So, you know, I got more curious when, you know, I kept hearing, you know, Jesus said, you know, what I've done is nothing, greater things shall ye do. I was like, well, damn it, I want to do those greater things. You know, I want to do those greater things. I want to, you know, be a vessel of healing. Who am I being? How am I being? How am I knowing my knowingness of self to do that? You know, and not to need credit for anything, but my compassion for others is like, I'd be like, Sindrell, you you can't help everybody, right? I see someone, you know, walking with like 4 or 5 bags. I want to pull my car over and give them a ride, or carry the bags for them and walk with them, you know, to make their burden light. I'm like, Sindrell, that's just what I want, you know, what I want to do. So now I pray for them that God make their burden light and their walk easy. So I do it with prayer now. I never have to meet or greet the person or anything. But if I'm in position to physically engage and the spirit discerns me to do so, I do it, you know, but you know, I want to heal, you know. I have a woman that I used to sit next to in church. And you know how older women, they just sit there in like all dignity, right? Just refined, jewelry set just perfectly, right? And they praise God with such sophistication, like not one hair will be out of place, right? And not a wrinkle in their clothes. And even the way they sit down, everything is smoothed out. And I was sitting next to her and I was like, can I touch your leg? She looked at me and she said, yeah. I was like surprised, right? And I put my hand on her knee and then I rubbed down her calf. I mean, like I'm sitting in church doing this, like, right? And I'm praying on her leg and I'm giving compressions to her leg. And I roll my thumb down the back of her calf, like just compression, and back up and massage it back up, right? And I was like, I just had to do that. Be healed, be healed. And she just looked at me and she says, I love you. And I says, I love you too. She says, I know. I know. I just had to touch her. Like I had to like I had to ask you that question. It's like, wow, just being me. It's so
I
good
love
to
that.
be just me.
I fucking love that so much.
And that's what you asked for, Allie, right? You asked for.
Yeah. I asked for it all, man.
Mm.
I just didn't realize it till now. Didn't realize.
What does it mean to ask for it all?
I guess just to let go and just like, be ready for what's coming. Just be open. to receive.
Thank you. It's like oh, that's what we would, the expectation would be good and bad. Knowing we frame it. And from the all, we have to pull out something. And I think that's something, as you said, is what it is, just how it is. And we can change how we see it, orient to it, relate to it. That's the beauty of choice. The beauty of space. Thank you. Same with asking, like, connected to my true self, aligned to my truth, to my authentic self. The point is to just notice when we're not. Because we always are. We've just been conditioned differently, away from it. Quite ironic. The power of intention. Just as you said, like to be a truth aligned, my true self. It's like as soon as we say that, it's like we give, pay, put energy and attention into that attention, intention. Beautiful structure. A divine structure, a radiating structure. Like between my choices and where I am. It's like picture the pink elephant. You can't help but do it. Have you ever seen one? Mhm. Mhm.
Sandra, did you do your fast yesterday? The ginger fast. The ginger.
I'm sorry, I
Because I
had
did it.
noise. Say it again.
How was your fast yesterday?
It was good. I consciously decided, I went through the whole day and I ate at 5:30. So
Oh,
then
you
I'll
ate.
go all the way. Yeah, I ate very lightly and now I'll go around the clock again until 5 o'clock. Yeah.
So you broke your fast at 5 o'clock.
Yes. Yes.
So
And
yeah, interesting.
I feel good. I feel good.
Isn't
And I
it?
feel
Yeah.
lighter and stronger. And yeah, I'm paying attention to how changing my eating patterns. I'm not really trying to change it. I'm just trying to respect what my body wants. And my spirit is telling me that. So.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Good.
How was yours?
Mine was fantastic. I thought of you the whole day. Yeah.
Oh.
It was very interesting for me.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you, came 1 o'clock, 1:15, 2. Then I started to go, whoa. It was like on the edge, like, oh, come
Yeah.
on now. Should I just have a
Yeah.
bowl of vegetables or something? I mean, really. But you know what? I said, no.
Yeah.
No, Sandra's doing her juice day. I'm going to go through a fast. And it was interesting. And I went through it. And, it came past that that point where, what I said midday. And I let it pass. And
Yeah.
I felt hungry here. I felt really hungry. I'm talking hungry. I was hungry.
I don't think I felt the hunger.
I felt very hungry.
In my mind, I was hungry. Like
Oh,
that
and
3 o'clock, I was like, no, it's not time yet. It's not time. It's not time. I'll say when, not you. I'll say, I'll choose, not you. Not spontaneous habits, thoughtless habits. So I'll say when, I'll say how, I'll say what. So I was like, yeah, and then it was like, okay, now you can eat. And I wasn't starving, right? So I just enjoy, I put my food on my plate and I enjoyed every mouthful. I was in the moment. I was in the taste buds. I was there. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna have a little piece of dessert. And I made it really beautiful. Yeah, I had like a dairy. Yeah, a dairy-free cheesecake.
Wow.
And I have some
you went all out.
But I went all out, going all in. I mean, it wasn't an abundant, it wasn't like eating until I couldn't eat anymore or anything like that. It was like very thoughtful, like, I just a little taste of cheesecake with a dollop of strawberry preserves. And I looked at it, I said, this is better than the restaurants. This is better. Is because it wasn't dairy for me. I can do without dairy. I can do without gluten. And so it was just, just a very nice appointment, thoughtful, enjoyed, contained, but not controlled. Like it didn't control me, so it felt really good. And so then I determined, after I cleaned up my dishes and all of that, I just said, okay, I want to do this again tomorrow. Liquid. And then I'll go till about 5 because I don't want to eat too late, So after, in the evening, I drank ginger tea and I enjoyed that. And I slept like a baby.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But I thought of you too. I was like, the energy, just the energy going across the universe like that.
Mm. It's very, yeah, it pulls you through, it gives you strength
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to endure, to press through, to finish it. But you finish it together. It's really interesting.
Yeah. And
Yeah, so yeah.
I've got this thing where people say, I know it's hard. I'm like, it's not, nothing's really hard. You just do it.
Mm.
It's harder not doing what you're to do than it is to just do it. So I'm playing with that. I'm learning how to chew on that. Like, so it's an empowerment of choice and to ride out that choice.
Mm. And it's healing.
Yeah. Do you know how empowered I felt to make that right turn to come home the other day instead of going to McDonald's?
Mm.
You
Yes.
know,
Mm. I do know.
I choose. I say when. I say how. I say,
Power of choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Thank you for rolling with us, sister. Did you eat yesterday
No,
at all?
no, no, I
Mm.
did not eat.
Mm.
I just drank water,
Mm.
lemon water in the morning after your call, because we were on 2 hours that day, yesterday.
Yeah.
Pretty long. I realized, whoopsie, I got, so I had to, take it from there.
Beautiful. And how are you feeling?
Oh, fabulous.
And how do you
Yeah.
feel knowing that I ate yesterday?
Hmm.
How do you feel about knowing that I ate yesterday?
I think, there's different ways of intermittent fasting. You can fast like you do, like it is people do this on a regular basis. It's nothing unusual. Yeah. So they break their fast with having one meal, and that could be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 1 o'clock, or 5 o'clock as you did. So that's great. Yeah. It's really good. And your body's thanking you for it. So that's great. Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's really
But you know,
cool.
some of my friends were fasting 2 weeks ago. And just because like I can say I'll join in, and it felt like a good idea. Like, yeah, that's a good idea. I can do that. No, I didn't say I can do that. I said, I will do that. And I did everything but that. So when they were finished, I was like, okay, Centrell, what's really going on here? So sometimes, the rhythm of the time wasn't for me, but it was for me to bring that to my attention, that I did everything but what I said I wanted to do. So this week, it's, I said to myself, today you will do it. Today you will do it. So, and I'm doing it again today. I'll have my meal at 5. But this evening, this week, not this evening, because I have my meal pre-prepared. I don't want to waste what I have. My next thing is to do it, but do it with a fruit, just fruit. When I break.
You got any particular fruit that you're gonna eat? Selection of fruits.
Right now, what I see in my spirit is
Mm,
watermelon, pineapple,
mm,
blueberry.
mm. Oh, beautiful cleanse. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's gonna be really good.
yeah. Watermelon, pineapple, blueberries. So that will be my next adventure into me.
Mm,
But I'm
mm,
listening. I'm listening to my spirit, and I'm listening to my mind. They have different conversations, and I'm observing which authority
mm,
I'm choosing to reside with by my actions. So
mm.
I have a lot of company here with myself right now.
Yeah, it's cool when you can let go of old patterns, old habits. It's a very
Yeah,
cool thing. And
yeah,
then you create new habits.
yeah.
Mm. And then your body will realize that it's okay to let go of the old habits now, because
Mhm.
this is what you're choosing and deciding right now.
Yeah,
And that is a gift you give yourself every day. Because you live in your body, you're living here in this body. You have only this body, right?
yeah.
So it's really cool. I honor that, and good for you. Good for you, Sandra. Cindy.
Thank
I
you.
like it. I like it. Yeah, thank you for inspiring me yesterday, because it was really something very spontaneous. When I heard you say that, I immediately jumped on and said, yeah, I'll do a fast. And I was
Yeah,
very interested that I jumped on so fast with that, because it was not even a question, because it resonated with me, you see.
yeah. You
It
were like,
resonated with me.
yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I'll take that ride. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. And the universe also knew what I needed. So with having that, even when I put myself into temptation with baking chocolate chip cookies, I mean, that's really pushing the envelope, right?
It
Because
is.
that smell that comes out, my whole house smelled like chocolate chip cookies the whole day. Yeah.
So did you like lavish on the smell and be satisfied with the baking and the smell and not needing to partake?
No, I was celebrating Jesse
Okay. Yeah. I
in
see.
his life. And that was
Yeah.
more to eating a cookie.
Yeah. And his gift to all of us, right?
Yes.
So all of as we're talking, I'm realizing that um about a month ago, see, we're creating a month ago, um, like how it jumped into your spirit that you wanted to fast. It jumped in my spirit. It just says, well, I want to live to 120. Yeah,
Mm.
120. That's my number. That's my number.
Mm.
So I see myself making choices more from the long lens view than from the instant gratification view.
Mm.
And so finally like it wasn't a struggle, it was
Mm.
just a beingness to do a fast. I wasn't
Mm.
doing it to keep up with anything or anybody else. It just felt right for me, feeling me, knowing me, honoring me, and
Yeah.
and just
Very
being.
important.
Yeah. But after parenting and, putting everybody first or meeting the presumed expectations of the world so much of my life. I really appreciate where I am to have this breadth and depth to know what it is to honor, to just sit in honor of the gift of life that I've been given, and the understanding the values that, and the different hues of values that I get to experience and choose to embrace. So it's, life is so much more delicious and appreciative. And for me to treat myself that way, it's like I've cared for others. Now I get to lovingly care for me. And it's not like anybody stopped me before. I just didn't have the consciousness to do so.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's like I experience life now, like in the consideration of being open for an intimate partnership of companionship. I now like engage with myself that way, to be thoughtful of myself like I would for someone else. And I really want to live this way. So when I do engage or choose that, I still stay at my core and don't be like a chameleon. That I stay true to my own core. But in doing so, of going inward to express outward, I look at my choices the same way I look at who would I choose to spend my life and time with. I mean, that's a very, very big thing, And so, it's like how does that person, some people can bring you up, some people can take you down, or they just have that kind of energy, the way it clicks with you. And some people you just resonate with, like, oh, this is good, right? And so people, like, I meet folks and then so they ask us, what are you looking for? And I said, I'll know it when I feel it. I'll know it. I'll know when I know. Because I realize I have preconceived notions hanging around me to give me a frame of reference. And it may not be anything like, it may not look anything like what I could think it should look like, but it will feel everything right, like I know it will feel. So somebody can't make themselves be what I am, like package themselves for me. They're, nor can I for them. It's just going to be. And I've accepted that. And I don't have to do anything differently than be me in order for me to see that, to know that, and be okay with and unattached from when or how it happens. that was maturity for me too, being unattached. I know what, but I don't have to know how. I don't even have to know when. Like when you say, when you're asked what you want, you know, and it's connections, right? I'm having memory thoughts of how differently my heart is now. It's calm and it's open again. Cindy can be here. It's okay for Cindy to play in the yard again. But it was a cast iron, thick metal door over my whole chest. And there was weeds and everything, dried up, tired weeds all grown over that door. Like you couldn't even find the door if your life depended on it. And I was ready to attack if anybody tried to permeate even the vines that was covering the door. And I'm in such a different place now. What you say, Jesse? Was that Jesse?
Sorry, I grumbled. More of a burp.
Because they're talking about those chocolate chip cookies.
That's right. I was like, I sure hope they didn't go to waste.
I've had the same feeling for a long time since you mentioned them.
You still thinking about them, huh?
Yep. I'm going to bake some later.
Yeah, I'm
And I'm
gonna do a
not going to
peanut
leave
butter
them alone. I
one.
promise you, Beth.
Yeah, you got a peanut butter recipe?
Nope, I'm just going for the chocolate chips.
Okay. You know what? I got chocolate chips on the shelf too. Yeah. I
I don't know what my spirit is saying, but my stomach is saying it wants them.
It's been a dream, beautiful souls. I'm gonna go off and sprinkle some energy around in the world.
Have a nice day, Sandra.
Good,
Thank you.
Have a
have a
great,
great day. Good night.
good night.
Good night.
Blessings.
Good night,
Blessings.
Ellie.
I'm gonna jump off too, guys. Big love. Thank you.
Big love, Ellie. Love you.